Welcome back to Plinkster Outdoors. I know it's been a minute since I made a video here, but I've been doing a lot of hunting. It's now almost Christmas of 2018, and I've been on several hunts this year. And I recently got back from a whitetail hunt in the heart of Texas at a special place called Vaudeville. Don't even go look for it on the map. It's not there. I looked, but it's right in the heart of Texas, and my friends with Mossy Oak and Savage and Federal invited me on a hunt there. And I've done a lot of hunting all over the United States, and I really wasn't prepared to what I got to see in this place they call Vaudeville. Here in Tennessee, if you see 5 or 6 deer in a tree stand on a sit, it's a good day. In Vaudeville, if you don't see 150 deer, it's a bad day. That evening when we got to camp, we all sighted in our rifles. Mine was dead on. The rifle shoots extremely accurate. I was shooting 1/4-inch groups with this rifle at 100 yards, a factory rifle. And after we sighted in, we had a good supper, and our first morning out in the blind was something I'll never forget. As soon as it started getting daylight, there were deer everywhere and some really good bucks. We saw 4 or 5 good bucks. A couple of them were pushing probably about 130 to 135 inches. And I was going to try to hold off for a 140-inch deer. So we watched these deer for probably about an hour and a half, and I just let them walk. It was hard to do because I've only taken one deer over 135 inches in my life. I've taken a lot of 125s and 130s, but only one at this point over 135 inches. So it was hard for me to let those deer walk. Later on that evening, we went to a different spot and we saw some deer, but again, it was nothing that I was willing to shoot. Day 2 got interesting. We went out to a place and I was right on the fence about shooting this buck. We watched him and watched him and watched him for over an hour, along with probably 15 or 20 other bucks that came in. But I decided not to shoot him. What Texas is known for is rattling. I've done a lot of rattling in the tree stand here in Tennessee and in other states, but I wasn't prepared for what was about to happen. Everybody warned me and they said, down in Vaudeville, you've got to do some rattling, and the deer come in very quick and they don't stick around very long. Check out this footage. Yeah. There's a buck. He's back. That's a different buck. That was awesome. He's still right there. Yeah. I can't see, he's behind the cedar. I'm on him. Okay. Yeah. I can barely see him. Oh, it's like a freaking petting zoo. There goes the big buck. He's up on top of the hill. After looking at that big 8-pointer, a lot of you probably saying, what in the world is wrong with you? Well, I was going to take the deer, but there was a bush right in front of me that pretty much eliminated me taking a good shot on this animal. He was about 2 feet away from clearing that bush, and then I was going to take a shot if he continued to walk slowly, because like I said, he was only at 15, 20 yards, but right before he got to the edge of that bush, he bolted. At this point, we only have about 3 hours left of my 2-day hunt, and I did not want to go home empty-handed. So we sat in the same place that we sat that morning, and I decided if it was a good 8-pointer, a good mature 8-pointer, I was going to take the shot. Last sit in Vaudeville, Texas. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of deer the past 2 days. Unfortunately, this afternoon, the rattling session, you know, we had a big boy come in, and it wasn't, I'd have to shoot past my guide. And so, you know, being a responsible hunter and a shooter, you never shoot past somebody. So I couldn't take the shot, but you know, it's okay. It's no big deal. Last sit, we're going to sit where we sat this morning, and there was a couple of good deer that came through, but it's also the rut, so they may come back, or we may see a bigger buck. And I've kind of made up my mind. If it's a good buck, at least 8 points out to his ear, so I'd give him probably about 16-inch spread or so. I'm gonna take the shot. We've got about 2 hours of hunting left. I'm gonna try to kill me my first Texas buck. All right, so we haven't been in the blind for 3 minutes, and this little buck came in and bedded down about 60 or 70 yards from us. Literally 3 minutes. We're getting the camera and the guns and everything situated, and it came and walked out and bedded down. So I hope this is a good sign for tonight. Only if he was probably about maybe 125 inches bigger and about 4 years older is the only way I would shoot him right now, but still a pretty good sign. Got him. Got him. But you know what, just coming out here to Vaudeville and experiencing seeing 100 bucks, oh, not 100 bucks, but over 100 deer a day. And we saw 3 or 4 deer that I passed up that were bigger than that one. A really nice 8-pointer today that I was going to shoot. I just couldn't get on him. But, you know, I couldn't be happier. I did not skunk in Texas this year like I did in New Mexico on my elk hunt. But, you know what? I killed my first Texas buck. So I'm excited. He's not going anywhere. Let's go look at him. Oh, my first Texas buck. I've dreamed about this day for a long time. All right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ah. Look at him, buddy. This deer is probably, you know, I'm used to Tennessee whitetail. You know, at home, this would be something probably like a 2.5-year-old deer, but this deer is probably 6.5 years old. He's at his prime. This is probably all he'll ever be, but he is beautiful. He's got a little broke brow tine over here. That's okay. That I shot him with the 130 grain new Federal load by 6.5 Creedmoor, and it's a all copper bullet, and it just dropped this thing down. Had him high shoulder, perfect, right where I was aiming, and yeah. I'm happy, 100% happy with this buck. Oh, so you're probably asking what kind of rifle I've been using. This is also a new rifle. This is their new Savage Apex Predator. It's in the Mossy Oak pattern, and it is so accurate. I was shooting it yesterday at the range, and you know, shooting half-inch groups at 100 yards, so I knew I could pull this shot off. He was about he was right, according to my rangefinder, 143 yards from the blinds. So thank you, buddy. Go home and take me home to Texas whitetail deer. And I'm kind of missing my family. Haven't seen them in a while, but I'm happy with it.